So here we're going to have written phrases and we're going to translate them into numerical and algebraic expressions. You don't need to simplify these, you just need to write them with numbers and operations. So like I said, 4 plus a number, you're going to write the number 4, the addition sign, and then a number. We don't know what a number is. It could be anything. So that's when we represent it with a variable. I used the letter N. You can use any letter you want in the alphabet. So twice Jania's age. Well, twice indicates multiplication, and it's 2 times. Jania knows her own age, but for our purposes, we don't. So again, we're going to represent her age with a variable. So I used A for age, so 2A. 6 times a number plus 41. Well, again, we don't know what the number is, so we're going to use a variable. I use the variable x, so you're going to write 6x, the addition sign, and then the number 41. And then the sum of a number and 17. Well, sum is addition. Again, we're going to use a variable for number, and I chose w to switch it up. Technically, this should have parentheses around it because the sum of indicates grouping. However, nothing else is happening with it, so that's why I didn't write parentheses. And just to review, 4 plus a number has 2 terms. 4 is your constant, n is your variable. 2 twice Jania's age has 1 term. 2 is your coefficient, a is your variable. 6 times a number plus 41, x is your variable. 6 is your coefficient, 41 is your constant. And then w plus 17, or the sum of a number and 17, I should say, is 2 terms. W is your variable, 17 is your constant, and technically it has a coefficient of 1. Okay, so here we have the difference between Marlon's height and Javier's height. Well, I know difference means subtraction. I don't know Marlon or Javier's height, so I'm going to represent them with variables. I used m and y for their names, so m minus y. The quotient of Holly's age and 4, well, quotient means division, so we're going to write it as h divided by 4. You could also write it as a fraction with h in the numerator and 4 in the denominator. The product of Jangel's age and 50. Well, product means multiplication. So we have j times 50, which in math, that's a bit sloppy. We don't like writing it that way. So we clean it up and we write 50 as the coefficient first. And then 75 increased by a number. Again, increased by indicates addition. So we write the number 75, a plus sign, and any variable you want. I used the letter P. Right, so this week, this is what you're going to be doing. You have these written phrases, and you are going to translate them or write them in algebraic and numerical expressions. And that's all you have to do.